Typically, I love using tarot and oracle decks to gain insight on what's going on in my life and what feels good, what doesn't. So, yeah. I'm gonna continue to pull some cards here. I just want to say that if anything does not resonate that comes out from this reading, then take it or leave it. Take what resonates and just leave what doesn't. Again, I just want to say that this is all for educational purposes only. Take the insights that really connect with you. And this is a collective pull. So this energy that's going to come through this reading is literally going to just be able to give you a scope of what's happening energetically on a collective level. Really, I'm talking about how the planets are going to shift on a common level, meaning like when Mercury retrogrades, right? It's going to be this collective energy that affects everything. So what I am bringing in through this is the same type of thing, where I'm reading the collective energy through tarot and through my oracle cards. So let me do some more pulling here. And whatever comes up, I'm going to read. Okay. So I got one card so far. Okay. Got another one. And I got another one. Okay. And then, so I got renewal. Another card. So, out of all the cards, I got renewal, the impasse, release, and instinct. That's a collective energy for this month. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here where yeah, it feels like a really huge shift. It feels like people are going to be placed in new environments, in new areas of their life that they're really gonna grow. It could be a very great growth where, you know, you've made the shift, you have chosen to make the shift. Or it could be something that like catapulted you, like an experience or a relationship. Some event that happened that is going to catapult you out of a place that you're in at this very moment. So, this is really showing me, this is the renewal card. This is really showing me that there is a major shift happening on a collective level and on a personal level. So whatever is happening collectively is happening on a micro level as well. So this card is really talking to me and telling me that people are going to be making these shifts, whether it's consciously or making these shifts unconsciously. It's all for the greater good. It's all for this person to learn certain lessons, learn certain abilities, tap into certain gifts that is needed to really bring them through this huge collective awakening that's happening. Okay, now I also got the impasse. The impasse is a very special card. This has to do with the sacral chakra. If you've had blockages in your sacral chakra, you don't really feel creatively empowered. You feel like, you feel everything, shame, guilt, fear around expressing yourself, expressing your creative abilities. Really just trying to discover what is your creative expression. This card is really showing me that there is going to be certain blockages, certain obstacles that are in your way of, I really feel like just full embodying this growth, right? But it's not until we actually release this card, release and let go of certain attachments that we have, certain relationships that we're in, dynamics, patterns, things that we even say to ourselves, until we really begin to renew our life. And it makes sense with the full moon, because yeah, the full moon is in Aries. Aries is really about the I. It's really about, you know, setting goals and going for it, and not really taking account of anyone else. It's just like that fire energy that's like, I'm gonna go and make this happen no matter what. And it's also ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of go. It's the planet of action. It's the planet of conflict, right? It's facing these conflicts within ourselves that feel like obstacles and that are kind of gonna block us, slow us down, cause delays. But it's not until we realize that these are actually teaching us very valuable lessons, and that we need to really sit with those lessons, and do the work around them so that we can accept, release, and let go of those attachments that have really held us back for a super long time. Makes sense also with the retrogrades, things that have been happening this year in 2021, that we're just, yeah, you know, it's just been a lot of deep reflection and reassessment, reevaluating things that are important to us. And I also want to say this ties in a lot to Scorpio season, right? Scorpio season's all about regeneration. It's all about death and going deep into the depths, understanding really our deep psychological nature of why we do certain things. What's the point of life? What's the point of death? And coming out of that like the phoenix and being birthed again. So that way we can really be a new version of ourselves that is more embodied, that is more empowered, that really wants to express our creative gifts and, yeah, just be of service, whatever way we are, whatever way we can. And whether that's, you know, facing a job or facing a relationship that is blocking our way, it's like, what is this person teaching me? What is this experience teaching me? And how can I then accept what the energy is behind that situation, whether it's codependency or fear or shame, whatever stagnation is there needs to be fully embraced and let go of. And the lesson needs to also be, yeah, integrated as well, right? It's like really learning to say, hey, I'm going to discipline myself and no longer eat sugar or processed sugar because it's, you know, caused me a lot of issues in my body. So from now on, I'm going to accept that this is where I came from, know what it's like to be from there, and start living a life that is a little bit more healthier, has more healthier habits. Instead of, you know, having processed sugar, it's like replacing it with fruits and natural sugars, right? And so how does this all tie in with the full moon in Aries, the full moon in, yeah, just our relationships with everything, right? Like the opposite sign of Aries is Libra. Libra is all about our relationships. It's our connections to everything, how we fit into the whole. And by really going through this process of understanding what's blocking us, understanding the lessons, and allowing them to kind of release and also integrating them into ourselves, we can really find how we contribute to the collective, how to better our relationships with ourselves, with our partners, with our family. And when we do that, we actually strengthen our connection to spirit and connection to ourselves. And that actually is talking about our connection to our instincts, right? We have this inner, I want to say wolf, since it's, you know, in this, but we have this inner wolf that's inside of us. All of us have it, whether it's, yeah, whatever, however to manifest, but it's this inner wolf that is guiding us, teaching us, showing us the way. And it could be your spirit, it's also your intuition, but it's getting people back to tuning into their inner voice, tuning into their intuition. That's what this is about. So I want to ask you and leave you with this is, how can we turn the situations that we're in into a more empowered state? How are we choosing what's happening to us right now? What do we want to renew in our life for the next moon cycle, right? Also harnessing that Scorpio energy that we're going into for the rest of this year. Well, for October and November. But again, it's kind of like that death and rebirth, right? What are we going to discover in ourselves and realize that's no longer serving us, and let go of that with bravery, with courage, with love for ourselves, so that we can listen to our intuition. That we can tap more into this inner voice, this inner spirit that's within us, and begin to tune in to our real, authentic selves. And by tuning into our authentic selves, we're actually, in a better place to contribute to society. So, that is my reading for the full moon of Aries. If you like this video, please subscribe, please follow, share it with a friend. That is the highest form of appreciation, is sharing it. If this resonated for you, please give me some feedback, let me know. I felt really called to do this today, and I really hope it helped. So, with so much love and gratitude.